So guys, in yesterday class, we discussed about the basic thing about the STP, right? How STP works, what is the use of STP, and if we do not use the STP, what are the challenges, right, everyone? So
Yes, sir.
if we just recall the previous class, what we conclude, what is the exactly use of STP? There are two things: to avoid the loop, and second one is it provide the redundancy.
Redundancy.
Okay, now I'm just giving you one example. For example, let's suppose you are working in any company. So definitely you are in a team, yes or no? Definitely you will be in a team. Yes, no, everyone. If everyone
Yes.
is working in any company, definitely we have a team. And in each team, there is a one team leader. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
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 What is the use of exactly team leader? Try to understand. For example, this is Ram and this is Mohan. And Ram and Mohan both are at the same designation and both are colleagues. But it is not mandatory. Whatever Ram is telling, Mohan will agree on it every time. Is it mandatory? Not, because both are in the same designation. Definitely there will be a conflict. Are yes or no? It is the common
Yes,
human
sir.
behavior. Yes, na? It
Yes.
will be
Yes.
conflict. Now, let's suppose if there will be a conflict, if Ram is telling something and Mohan is not agree, Mohan is telling something but Ram is not agree. So in this case, both will go where? To the TL. Are yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
And this is the responsibility of the team leader to resolve these type of conflict. Yes or no, everyone? Yes.
Yes.
So it means if we are in a team, we need a leader, and according to the leader, every decision will take place in your team. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
For example, roster. You know na roster. Roster means where we mention the shift timing of each and every employees. Yes, na? For example, if you are working in the networking domain, definitely I already told you in the first class, you guys will get the rotational shift, right? Na? For example, someone
Yes.
get the shift timing 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Someone get 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. Someone get 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. like this. And yes, definitely I am also working in this type of shift. As a network engineer, you have to work in these type of shift. That is called roster, right? And who make this roster, guys? Your team leader. Who make this roster? The team leader. So what I'm trying to say, so this is type of decision. Yes or no? Because team leader is telling you your shift time. So this is type of
Yep.
decision. So whatever the decision in your team, who is taking? Team leader is taking. Yes or no? Yes, na? So you can say if we
Yes.
have a team, so definitely we need a team leader, and according to that team leader, every decision will take place. Similarly, in case of network, guys, if we have a topology like switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. So there are how many switch, guys? 3 switch. Yes, na? So among
Yes.
these 3 switch, one switch will become the leader. One switch will become, guys, leader. And according to that leader, every decision will take place in your topology. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes. Yes, sir.
In
Yes.
a networking, that leader is known as root bridge. That leader is known as, what is the name of leader? Root bridge.
Roots.
I hope you guys understand something. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the thing is how actually this root bridge will elect. Basically, in a company hire the team leader, but definitely in your topology, there are some parameter. On the basis of that parameter, that root bridge will elect. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Similarly, one more thing, you know, na, for example, in your team, this is the team leader and these are the team members. So every team members want a better relationship with the team leader. Yes or no? Anyone want to take the panga with the team leader? No. Are you tell me yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
Yes.
No one want
Yeah.
conflict with the team leader. everyone want better relationship with the team leader. If you take conflict with the team leader, what team leader will do? Team leader will give you the shift timing 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. These type of shift. Night shift. Are they understand? Yes or no? Yes, na?
Yes.
So generally
Yes.
we are not taking the conflict with the team leader. Similarly, this let's suppose this is the root bridge. This is the leader. So these are the non-leader, na, everyone? Yes or no? This is the non-leader, and non-leader is known as non-root bridge. Understand? I hope you guys understand two terms here: root bridge and non.
No.
Non-root
Root
bridge.
bridge means leader is known as root bridge, and all the other switch is known as non-root bridge. Are they clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes,
Yes.
na?
Yes.
So every non-root bridge want better relationship with the root bridge. It means every non-root bridge want to reach the root bridge with the shortest path. With the shortest path. For example, this is the non-root bridge. So this non-root bridge can reach the root bridge. There are how many paths? Two paths. Either they can reach like this, or either he can reach like this. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, he can reach either like this or either like this. Yes or no? Yes, na, everyone?
Yes.
So basically every non-root bridge also wants the better path, or you can say best path to reach the root bridge. And how these best path will select, everything we will going to discuss one by one. Clear, everyone? I hope you guys understand very well. Clear? Are tell me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In a spanning tree, generally we use some terms, or I can say you need to remember some terms, or you guys will listen some terms. I will tell you again and again these terms, so you guys have to focus on these terms. What are the terms? You guys will listen root bridge. I hope now you guys understand the root bridge. Second, guys,
No.
non-root bridge. So these are the terms. Generally, it is used in STP. Next is, guys, port type. Port type, or you
Type.
can say port role. Both are same. Okay, everyone. So there are generally in STP there are three types of port role. Either DP, designated port, RP. You can check the full form of RP, and second one is,
Root
guys,
port.
root port. Clear, everyone? Understand?
Yes.
Let's suppose this is the switch. So this is, guys, port, and in STP decide the role of this port. Getting my point? Either this port will become the DP, either this port will become RP, or either this port will become block. Getting my point? That is called block port. Understand? Let's suppose we are in the class. Definitely I will assign you some role. Yes or no? One people will become the team leader, people will become the monitor, and all the people will become the blocking. So these are the role which I am giving you. Similarly, STP will give the role to each port. Getting my point? And that is called port role. So there are how many role? Three role: DP, RP, or
RP.
block.
Block port.
Anyone who do not understand? It's clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next is, guys, port state. Since when we start the STP, I hope you guys monitor one thing. When any switch port goes down, it takes 30 seconds to up. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, na? Why? Because of the port state. Because of the, guys, port state.
State.
Getting my point? Basically, there are 5 states. First one is disable,
Disable.
blocking, listening,
Listening. Learning.
learning, and
Forwarding.
forwarding. So these are the guys states. Are you getting my point? These are the states. For example, this is the switch and this port goes down.
Down.
It means this port go in which state? Disable state.
Disable.
So this is in the disable state. So when you write here no shutdown, so first it will go in the disable. After that it will move in blocking. Then it will move in listening, learning, forwarding. Getting my point, everyone? So to come from disable to forwarding, it takes how much time?
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Anyone who do not understand? Clear na?
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes.
Listening to learning, it takes how much time? 15 seconds.
15
And from
seconds.
learning to forwarding, it takes how much time? 15 seconds.
15
So that's the reason total time is 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
From disable to blocking and blocking to listening, it will take the minimum time. So we are not considering these times. Okay? Are you understand?
Okay.
So it will take here 15 and here 15. That is called 13 seconds. And this time frame is called forward delay time. What is forward delay time? Are you understand, everyone? Anyone who do not understand? Forward delay time means the switch or the port which is taking from listening to learning and learning to forwarding. That time frame is known as forward delay time. And what is the forward delay time? 15 seconds. Are you understand? Yes or no? Understand now?
Yes.
So basically, guys, these are the terms which you guys will get in STP. Clear, everyone? Can you tell me?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
now the question is how RB means root bridge is elected. This is the question. How root bridge is elected? Understand? Elected means election, guys. Right now, everyone. For example, if there is any election, for example, in a country, if there is a prime minister election, understand, everyone? So it means if there is an election, definitely there are some parameter, and on the basis of that parameter, your prime minister will elect in your country. Yes or no? Are you tell me?
Yes.
Yes. No? For example, in prime minister election, there is a vote. On the basis of vote, we generally elect the prime minister. Yes or no? Yes. No?
Yes.
Similarly, in case of STP, for example, this is the switch 1 and this is the switch 2. And I already told you either your topology is looped topology or non-looped topology.
Non-looped.
STP is by default enabled. Right, everyone? Are you tell me?
Yes.
Right, na? Similarly, this is the non-looped, but STP is enabled here. So here, between switch 1 and switch 2, one switch will become the leader. Yes or no? Yes. And that leader is known as what? Root bridge. And that root bridge will elect on the basis of some criteria. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
For
Yes.
example, your prime minister will elect on the basis of vote. Similarly, the root bridge will elect here on the basis of some criteria. Yes or no? Yes. And the name of
Yes.
that criteria is what? Bridge ID. What is, guys? Bridge.
Bridge ID.
So it means between these two switch, one switch will become the root bridge, and that root bridge will elect on the basis of bridge ID. Anyone? Any confusion? Any doubt? Clear na? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, if you guys face any questions, na, you guys can ask me immediately. Okay, na? I will try to answer you, because right now I am assuming you guys do not have any knowledge. So that's the reason I am explaining each and everything from the scratch. Okay. So my main focus is to clear the concept. Okay. Because there are multiple things which is written in your book. So you guys can read it. You guys will understand. but my aim is to give you or to start from the scratch so you guys have the concept. If you guys have concept, once you guys will read the more and more thing, you guys will understand. But if you guys do not have concept, whatever you guys will learn, definitely at that time you guys will understand. But definitely this will not work for longer time. Okay. So focus on the concept. So that's the reason I'm telling you each and everything from the scratch. Okay.
Okay.
So basically this is my teaching method, and these are the things actually I am following since last 10 years. So I hope you guys are enjoying the thing. So whatever you guys will face the challenges, you guys can ask me the questions. Okay, everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now the thing is, guys, Breeze ID. Okay. Now here between those two switch, the election will happen on the basis of Breeze ID. Now we have to understand what is Breeze ID. Yes or no, everyone? Yes. Now
Yes.
see, Breeze ID is made up of two things. Breeze ID is made up of two things.
Two
And
things.
one more thing. Size of Breeze ID is, guys, 8 byte. What is the size? 8 byte. Okay.
Right.
Breeze ID is made up of two things. First one is, guys, priority. First one is, guys, priority, and
Priority.
second one is MAC address of switch.
MAC address.
So Breeze ID is made up of two things, priority and MAC address. Clear? Now
MAC
tell me one
address.
thing. What is the size of MAC address? I already told you.
48
48
bit.
bit. So when you convert it into the byte, what is the byte?
6.
8 byte.
6
8.
bytes.
That is called 6 byte. So 6 byte is MAC address. So 8 minus 6, how much byte left, guys? 2 byte. So 2 byte is priority. Understand? Anyone who do not understand? Clear na? So your Breeze ID is made up of two things, priority plus MAC address. Priority size is 2 byte and MAC address size is 6 byte. Clear? Now, you know na MAC address is fixed. Yes? Yes? Yes, na everyone?
Yes.
MAC
Yes.
address is fixed. Now, come on priority. Come on priority. Please remember this one. The range of priority is 0 to 65,535. So this is the range of priority.
Priority.
Understand, everyone? Are you understand na?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. Clear na? Anyone who
Yes.
do not
Yes.
understand? So this is called priority. Now,
Yes.
after that, please write down one line. If you guys are writing, the switch whose Breeze ID will be smallest, that switch will become what? Root bridge.
Root bridge.
That switch will become, guys, root bridge. Understand, everyone?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone who do not understand? It's clear na, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I hope now Breeze ID is clear to all of you. Yes na, everyone?
Yes.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Can you tell that once again?
Sorry?
Can you tell
What?
that note once again?
Okay, the switch whose Breeze ID is smallest, that switch will become the root bridge. That switch will become the root bridge.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Understand, everyone? Tell me. Clear na?
Yes.
Okay. One more line, if you want, you guys can write down here note, but we will discuss these things later. Lower
MAC address.
priority value
Acha.
will prefer. Why? We will discuss after just 5 minutes. Right now, just write lower priority value will prefer. Written, everyone.
Yes.
Now, Try to understand the thing here. What I told you guys, between switch 1 and switch 2, the switch whose bridge ID will be lowest, that switch will become the root bridge. Right? Everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
Right? Na? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, na?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, I just want to show you the priority here. By default, what is the priority on the switch?
Switch.
Let me open it.
3276.
So, a spanning tree, for example, VLAN 1. I write
VLAN.
here. What is the priority here, guys? 3276.
3279.
No problem. Why 3276 line? We will discuss these things later. But please understand, by default, here please, I am writing, guys. It is visible, na, everyone? By
Yes.
default, priority on switch is 32768. What is 32768?
8.
Understand? But now again, you guys will ask, sir, but where is 32769? Because, guys, on switch number 1, by default, which VLAN is created? VLAN number 1.
1.
Okay. So this is the feature of PBST. VLAN ID will add. So that's the reason 32768 plus VLAN 1. That is 32769. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, come here on the point. For example, on this switch, MAC address is 0A. It is visible, na? MAC address is 0B. Fine. By default, priority is 32768. And what is the priority? 32768. Any doubt? Everyone. It's clear, na?
No.
Tell me. Okay. Now, what is the bridge ID here? Bridge ID of switch 1. Bridge ID is made up of priority plus MAC address. Yes or no? So its
Yes.
priority is 32768 plus 0A. This is the bridge ID of switch number 1. Yes or no? Yes, na, everyone?
Yes.
Now, what is the bridge
Yes.
ID of switch number 2? 32768 plus 0B. Yes or no? Yes. So this is the bridge ID of switch 2 and this is the bridge ID of switch 1. Now, I told you between switch number 1 and switch number 2, root bridge election will happen on the basis of bridge ID. Yes, no? Now, again, one more thing. Let's suppose this is the country and there is a prime minister election. There are multiple candidates and everyone is just doing the voting. Now tell me one thing. Is there any organization who calculate the vote, who did everything? That is called election commission. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
So this is the organization who manages each and everything. Right now, basically in election commission have, let's suppose there are two prime minister, Ram and Mohan. So Ram, how many vote Ram get? These votes are there. How many Mohan get? These votes are there. Right now, and on the basis of the voting, this election commission announce which will become the prime minister. Yes or no, everyone? Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, if there is a switch number 1 and if there is a switch number 2 and switch number 1 already know what is the bridge ID of mine and switch number 2 already know what is the bridge ID of mine. Yes, now both switch already know the bridge ID of mine. Yes, na? But the problem is still switch number 1 don't know what is the bridge ID of switch number 2 and switch number 2 don't know what is the bridge ID of switch number 1. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. But if switch number 1 don't know what is the bridge ID of switch number 2 and switch number 2 don't know what is the bridge ID of switch number 1, how switch number 1 and switch number 2 will get to know whose bridge ID is lowest? Yes or no, everyone? Tell me. Yes, na? Tell me. Yes, na? So this is the election criteria. Yes, na, everyone? Yes or no? Understand?
Yes.
It means switch number 1 have to share this bridge ID with switch number 2, and switch number 2 needs to share this bridge ID with switch number 1. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now switch number 1 have its own bridge ID, and switch number 1 get switch number 2 bridge ID, that is called 32768 plus 0B. Yes or no? Yes. And switch
Yes.
number 2 have its own bridge ID, and switch number 2 get one more bridge ID, that is called 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no? Everyone tell me.
Yes.
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 Okay. Now switch number 1 have how many bridge ID, guys? One, this one, and second one is this one. Switch number 2 have this one and this one. Yes, na everyone? It means
Yes.
both switch
Yes.
have each other's bridge ID. Now both switch, what both switch will do? Both switch start comparing the bridge ID. Understand? So what switch number 1 will do? Switch number 1 will match the priority. Priority is tie. In both bridge ID, priority is same. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Now switch number 1 check what is the MAC address, 0A and 0B. So 0 and 0. This is also tie. This is also tie. Yes or no, everyone? Tell me, guys.
Yes.
na?
Yes.
Now, what is the bridge ID
Yes.
here? A. And what is here? B. So between A or B, what is the lowest? A is lowest. Right? It means switch number 1 now understand my bridge ID is lowest compared
Lowest.
to switch number 2. Yes or no?
The-
Everyone tell me.
Yes.
Yes. Now come on switch number 2. Switch number 2 also match. This is tie. This is tie. 0, 0. Now switch number 2 match. Second one is B and A. What is lowest? A is lowest. Now switch number 2 also understand. My bridge ID is 32768 plus 0B, and the bridge ID which I get from switch number 1, that is 3276808, and this is lowest. It means I am not the root bridge. Who will become the root bridge?
Switch one.
Which one will become the root bridge? And this switch will become the, guys, non-root bridge. Anyone who do not understand, please let me know.
Understood, sir.
Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, one more thing here. The thing is, switch number 1 share its bridge ID with switch number 2, and switch number 2 share its own bridge ID with switch number 1. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, na? At initial state, both
Yes.
switch exchange na, its bridge ID. Yes. Now the thing is, how both switch exchange the bridge ID with each other. In a networking, everything will exchange with the help of messages. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. Yes, na? Whatever switch 1 is exchanging with switch number 2, and whatever switch number 2 is exchanging with switch number 1, both data will exchange in the form of messages. Understand? Data
Yes.
will exchange with the help of messages. Definitely. Now, guys, there will be one medium, and through this medium, both switch exchange its root bridge ID. Sorry, bridge ID. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, na? Everyone, I want answer from all of you guys. Why you guys are so silent? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
So, guys,
Yes.
the name of that message is
BPD.
BPDU. What is BPDU? BPDU is just like a messages. What BPDU is doing? BPDU is exchanging the bridge ID. What is? BPDU is exchanging the bridge ID. And on the basis of that bridge ID, what will happen? Root bridge election will happen. Yes or no? Everyone. Understand?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
This is the first point. Now, if in an interview, if anyone asks you, what do you mean by BPDU? Do not answer like this. Answer like this. Basically, in BPDU, there is not only Breeze ID, there are multiple content. And that content will help in the election process. One by one, we will discuss these things. But in an interview, if anyone asks you, how can you define? You can define BPDU is just like a messages which is used in STP. And by the help of BPDU, what will happen? Root Breeze election will happen. Understand? Do not mention only Breeze ID because in BPDU there are multiple content. Understand? This is the professional answer you have to tell in the interview. Clear, everyone? I hope you guys understand the BPDU. Tell me.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
What is the full form of BPDU?
What is the full form of BPDU?
Yes, sir.
B means Breeze.
Bridge.
P means
Bridge
protocol.
protocol.
U means data. U for unit.
Unit.
Breeze protocol data unit. Understand? Clear,
Yes, sir.
everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the switch 1. This is the switch 2. Switch 1 send the BPDU. Switch 2 send the BPDU. And in this BPDU, switch 1 share its own Breeze ID that is called 32768 plus 0A. And switch number 2 share 32768 plus 0B. Understand, everyone? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, content in BPDU. If you guys are writing, please write down. I'm telling you the main content which is present in the BPDU message. Okay. The first content is version. Generally, you guys will get version number 0. Okay. Second one is protocol ID. Protocol ID always be 0. Third one is type. So there are basically 2 type of BPDU. Again, I am telling there are how many type of BPDU, guys? 2 type of BPDU.
Two
Okay.
type.
First one is config BPDU and second one is TCN BPDU. Okay. But in CCNA, you have to remember only config BPDU. So in type field, there is a mention config or TCN. So config or either TCN. Are you clear, everyone? Yes or no? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Second one is the last one is, guys, root Breeze ID. Root Breeze ID. What is root Breeze ID? We will discuss these things. Root Breeze ID is nothing. For example, switch number 1, switch number 2. See here. What is the Breeze ID here? 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
What is the
Yes.
Breeze ID? 32768 plus 0A. See here, right now, there is no election. Right now, there is no election. It means between switch number 1 and switch number 2, election is not performed. It means switch number 1 is sending the BPDU and switch number 2 also send the BPDU. Yes or no,
BPDU.
everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes, na? In BPDU, there is a content root Breeze ID. Root Breeze ID means the Breeze ID of root Breeze. Again, I am telling. What do you mean by root Breeze ID? Root Breeze ID means Breeze ID of root Breeze. But tell me here, na, is there election happening? No, right now election is not happened.
No.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So if election is not happened, then how root Breeze will elect? Not possible. Yes or no?
Yes.
Understand? Yes or no? Everyone.
Yes. Sir.
Again, I am telling.
Yes.
This is the Breeze ID and this is the Breeze ID. Right now, both switch do not exchange any BPDU. It means there is no election happened right now. Yes or no? No
Yes.
election. In BPDU, there are content or there are field. What is the field? Root Breeze ID. Root Breeze ID. Now the question is, if the election is not happened between switch number 1 and switch number 2, then how you can say what is the root Breeze ID? Yes or no? Root Breeze ID means the Breeze ID of root Breeze, but root Breeze is still not elected. Are you telling me yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
na?
sir.
Yes.
For example, this is me and this is Rahul, and I am telling something about the network. Rahul is also telling something about the network. Getting my point? But
Yes.
I don't know how much Rahul know, and Rahul don't know how much I know. So it means I am telling, or I am thinking I am the champion, and Rahul is thinking I am the champion. Yes or no? Everyone, tell me. Yes,
Yes,
na?
Yes.
Understand? So once we exchange the information with each other, then after na we both understand how much I know and how much Rahul know. Yes or no, everyone? Yes. Similarly, between switch number 1 and switch number 2, still election is not happened. Then how you can say who is the root bridge? This is not possible. So in this case, what will happen? Switch number 1 will tell I am the root bridge, and switch number 2 will tell I am the root bridge. Both switch is announcing itself as a root bridge. Getting my point, everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
And so in root bridge ID, you guys will get 32768 plus 0A, and here you guys will get 32768 plus 0B. Because still election is not happened, and before election, both switch will announce itself as a root bridge. Anyone who do not understand? Anyone? Clear?
Understood, sir. Good. Yes.
Yes, sir.
sir.
You are asking something? Okay. Do you guys understand now?
Yes, sir.
From very basic. If you are non-technical, then after you will understand. Okay. I hope you guys understand the root bridge ID, right? Now, root bridge ID means the bridge ID of root bridge. Okay. And once the election will happen, for example, it will become the root bridge, and it is non-root bridge. Yes or no? Yes, na. So now it
Yes.
send the BPDU, and it also send the BPDU. Okay, na. So in this BPDU, what is the root bridge? 32768 plus 0A, because switch number 1 is the root bridge. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
And when switch number 2 send the BPDU, and in this case, what is the root bridge ID? 32768
0A.
plus 0A. Because switch number 2 also accept who is the root bridge? Switch number 1. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So it will happen after the election. After the election, switch number 2 will realize, no, I am not the root bridge. Who is the root bridge? Switch number 1 is the root bridge. So in root bridge field, switch number 2 will write the switch number 1 bridge ID. Clear na everyone? But before the election, switch number 1 think I am the hero, and switch number 2 think I am the hero. Getting my point? Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the next thing, you guys will get the sender bridge ID. What is sender bridge ID? Sender bridge ID means that switch bridge ID who is sending the BPD. Understand? Sender bridge ID means the bridge ID of that switch who is sending the BPD. For example, switch number 1, switch number 2. If switch number 1 is sending the BPDU, what is the sender bridge ID? 32768 plus 0A. And if switch number 2 is sending the BPDU, what is the sender bridge ID? 32768 plus 0. Are you understand, everyone? Sender bridge ID. Sender bridge ID means the bridge ID of sender switch or sender device. Clear, everyone? Are you tell me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, next is root path cost. What is root path cost? I will tell you. Just wait a minute. First of all, write the content. Next one is, guys, sender port ID. Sender port ID. Port ID means switch 1, this is the interface, fast Ethernet 0/0. So this is the port ID. Okay, na? I will tell you
Mhm.
actually how port ID will calculate. Now, next one is guys, hello time. Hello time. How many things? 8 na? Ninth one, you
Yes.
guys can write forward delay time. I told you na 15 second.
Yes.
At that time I told you na 15 second. That is forward delay time. Maximum age time. Maximum age time. Understand? So basically, na, I already write here 10 thing here, guys. So basically, na, these are the content you guys will get in BPDU. Clear, everyone? These are the content you guys will get in BPDU messages, or you can say switch will exchange these information inside the BPDU. Are you understand? Yes or no? Understand?
Yes.
And if anyone asks you what is the size of BPDU, please remember 35 byte. I'm not confirmed, but I think I am 99% sure it is 35 byte. But I'm giving you the homework. You guys can Google it and check it. Okay, na? If there
Okay,
is
sir.
anything else, please let me know. But I'm 99% sure. I think 35 byte. Clear, everyone? Understand?
Yes.
Understood, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, could you please repeat last 4 points? Actually, I got some issue in my network. F from 7, sir. Sender.
Sender port ID. These things I still do not explain. I will explain you. Wait a minute.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Forward delay time, I already told you na that time, 15 seconds. Yes or no?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Hello time, sender port ID. I will discuss these things later. Don't worry.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Now, can I ask you one interview question then? If you guys are comfortable.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Okay. This is the switch 1. Switch number 2. Switch number 1 is sending the BPDU. Switch number 2 is sending the BPDU. Understand, everyone? For example, MAC address of switch number 1 is A and B. Are you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is sending
Yes.
the BPDU.
Yes.
It is sending the BPDU. Now tell me, what is the source MAC address and what is the destination MAC address of this BPDU?
A is source and B is MAC. Destination MAC.
Okay. Anyone else?
Same. A is source, B is
Yes.
destination.
Yeah.
Destination MAC will be broadcast, I think.
Okay. Please write, guys. Source MAC address will be A.
A
Destination MAC address will be multicast MAC address.
multicast.
Multicast, okay.
And that is 0180C200 or 4 times 0. This is the destination MAC address.
Multicast.
Okay. If anyone is writing, please write down. Otherwise, I will erase it.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay.
I understand. Written now, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Now, switch number 1, switch number 2. Both switches connected like this. MAC address is A. MAC address is B. Switch number 1 is sending the BPDU. Switch number 2 is sending the BPDU. Are you understand now, everyone? So
Yes,
I
sir.
told you
Yes.
when switch will on. So at that time, switch will think I am the root bridge, right? Na? Yes or no?
Yes.
At the first
Yes.
time when election will not happen, so at that time both switch will think I am the root bridge. Yes, na everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So in this BPDU, root bridge ID will be 32768 plus 0A. Yes or no? Yes. Here also
Yes.
32768 plus 0B. Are yes or no? Everyone understand na? By default priority is
Understood,
32768. You know na everyone? Now, after root bridge ID, what is the sender bridge ID? 32768 plus 0A, because who is sending the BPDU? Switch number 1 is sending, right? So switch number 1
Yes.
bridge ID. So here what is the sender bridge ID? 32768 plus 0B. Yes or no? Everyone
Yes.
Yes,
tell
sir.
me. Okay.
Yes.
Now, root path cost. Guys, actually na root path cost means this is a distance to reach the root bridge. So cost is nothing. Cost means, for example, this is me and this is you, and this is my home and this is your home. So between my home and your home, definitely there will be some distance. Yes or no? Yes, na? And we
Yes.
are measuring the
Yes.
distance like in kilometer or meter like this. Yes, na everyone? So similarly,
Mhm.
in case of STP, the distance between non-root bridge and root bridge is measured by the help of cost.
Cost.
Understand? Everyone understand na? So cost is nothing. By the help of cost, we can measure the distance between or to reach the total distance to reach the root bridge. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Na? Okay. Now, please remember one more thing. Cost of root bridge is always 0. Because this is the switch 1 and this is the switch 2. If switch 1 is sending the BPDU and switch 1 is the root bridge, so what is the cost, guys? 0. Cost means what? To reach the root bridge. And switch 1 itself has a root bridge. So cost will be
0.
0.
0. Getting my point? Everyone understand na?
Yes.
Are you telling
Yes.
me? Clear na?
This is
So
only for
here-
first one.
Sorry?
This is only for first one.
Yes, this is only for the first time. So guys, switch right now election is not happened. So both switch is telling I am the root bridge. Yes or no? So it means, so when switch number 1 is sending the BPDU, what is the total path, total cost? 0. And here
0.
cost is also 0.
0.
Because both switch is telling I am the root
Root
bridge.
bridge.
Yes or no? Yes, no, everyone.
Yes.
Tell
Yes.
me, understand? Oh. Now, next is, guys, I told you na, that time sender port ID. Basically, na, these
Yes.
are the terms. On the basis of these terms, na, root bridge will elect, guys. Right now, you guys only see on the basis of bridge ID. Yes or no? Everyone.
Yes.
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 Right now. But there are multiple conditions. On the basis of that condition, what will happen? Root bridge will elect. I will tell you again later one by one. But see a focus. Sender bridge, sorry. What is sender port ID? Sender port ID. Sender port ID means the port ID by which a sender device is sending the BPD. Are you getting my point? Yes, na? So first of all,
Yes.
try to understand here port ID. Port ID is made up of two things. Again, first one is port priority and port number, or you can say interface number. Understand, everyone? Port ID is made up of two things: port priority plus port number, or you can say
Number.
interface number. Are tell me,
Mhm.
understand? Na? By default,
Yes.
port priority is 128. By default, what is the port priority? 128.
128.
Okay, na? And port number is, for every interface, port number is different. Now see here. Switch number one. Switch number one is sending the BPDU through which interface? Through this interface. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
What is the interface name? Fast
Zero by
Ethernet
one.
0 by 1. And this is called interface number, or you can say this is called port number. This is called port number. Understand, everyone? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
This is called port number. So what is the sender port number here? 128.1. This is the sender port number. This is the port priority, that is 128, then dot, and that port number, that is the port number 1. Are you clear, everyone?
Mhm.
Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what is the port number of switch number 2? Or sender port ID of switch number 2?
128.2.
So this is the port ID of switch number 2. Are you understand? Yes or no, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what will happen? Switch number 1 send this BPDU, this complete information with switch number 2, and switch number 2 share this complete information with switch number 1. Yes, na, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, on the basis of these criteria or these condition, both switch will elect what?
Root bridge.
Are you understand, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, there is one more interview question. See, one more thing. This is the note, guys. Switch will exchange BPDU after every 2 seconds. Please write down. Switch will exchange the BPDU after every 2 seconds. Understand, everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, can I ask you one question? Everyone, are you guys
Yes.
ready?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Question is, for example, both switch exchange these information with each other. So, after exchange, both switch compare the BPDU, yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
And after compare the BPDU, one switch will become the
Root bridge.
root bridge, and one switch will become the
Non-root bridge.
It means you can say election is done.
Yeah.
Yes, no, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, for example, let's suppose switch 1 will become the root bridge and switch 2 will become the non-root bridge. Understand? Now the thing
Yes.
is how switch number 1 will inform, how switch number 2 will inform switch number 1 that I accept you as a root bridge. My question is,
When it's sent next
how
time,
switch number 2 will tell switch number 1 that I accept you as a root bridge. This is my question.
When it send next BPDU, in that it will mention root bridge ID,
Okay.
first one, as the
Okay.
of switch one.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone have any different answer? No? Okay. Now see the answer. First of all, please remember one thing. Switch, exchange the BPDU after how much time, guys? After every
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Point number 2. Only root bridge share the BPDU after the election. That means once election will done, switch number 2 is not going to share any BPDU. Understand, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Switch number 2 is not going to share any BPDU with switch number 1. Now my question is, how switch number 2 will inform switch number 1 that I accept you as a root bridge? Now, answer is also same. Switch number 2 stop sending the BPDU.
BPDU.
And this is the way by which switch number 1 will understand switch number 2 accept me as a root bridge, because I am not getting any BPDU from switch number 2 now. Getting my point? Only first time both switch exchange the BPDU. After the election, only switch number 1 send the BPDU after every 2 seconds. Because switch number 1 is now team leader. Getting my point? So all the rules, regulation, all the configuration, all the changes in your network, who is going to inform? Root bridge. This is the responsibility of root bridge to inform all the non-root bridge about any changes. Getting my point, everyone? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So this is the tricky question. So Saeed is trying his best to answer, but this is little bit tricky question. So if any interviewer will ask you, you guys will trap.
Yes.
Yes, na? So please understand, after the election, the non-root bridge is not going to share the any BPD. Clear na, everyone? Understand?
Yes.
Only root bridge will share the BPD. I told you, na, there are two type of BPDU, config BPDU and TCN BPDU. So we are discussing right now config. TCN, non-root bridge can generate the TCN BPDU. TCN means guys, when any changes will happen. So in this case, TCN BPDU will generate. Are you getting my point? So let's suppose if there is any changes on non-root bridge. So in this case, non-root bridge generate the TCN BPDU to inform the root bridge about the changes. Clear, everyone? Are you understand?
So any change in topology happen, that time TCN will
Yes,
generate.
if any changes happen, so at the or that change will happen at the non-root bridge end. So in this case, non-root bridge will generate the TCN BPDU to inform the root bridge. That's all.
Got it.
Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, this is the conceptual question, guys. For example, right now, election is not happened. So it means both switch is assuming itself as a root bridge. Yes or no? Everyone. Yes?
Yes.
Switch 1 is sending the BPDU. Switch 2 is sending the BPDU. Switch 1 is sending through here and here. Yes or no? Everyone.
Yes.
Are you tell me?
Yes.
Right na? For example, switch 1 has the better BPDU, so switch 1 will become the
Root bridge.
root bridge. And this is called
Non-root bridge.
Are yes na everyone? Yes or no? Yes na?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing.
Yes.
By default, switch will share the BPDU to all interface. Either this is the access or either this is the trunk.
So,
Are clear everyone? Yes or no? Yes na?
yes.
So between the switches, generally we have a which link, guys? Trunk link. And this is the end user. And this is the switch. So between end user or switch, what is the link? Access link.
Access.
You know everyone, these things.
Yes, sir.
So it means this is the root bridge. Root bridge is sending the BPDU through this interface as well as through this interface. Yes, na everyone? Correct.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, just tell me one thing. Switch number 1 is exchanging the BPDU here. This is the logical thing. There is no problem. But see, na, is there any logic? Switch number 1 is sending the BPDU here. This is the end user. This is not the switch. And if
Yes.
this is the end user, it means this is the PC. Are you understand? Na? PC don't know
Yes,
about
sir.
your BPDU and PC don't understand the BPDU. Then why switch is sending the BPDU through this link? It means just we are wasting the bandwidth of this link. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes.
If this switch is continuously sending after 2 seconds the
Yes.
BPDU, it means you are just wasting the bandwidth here. Because this PC, what this PC will do for your BPDU? PC don't understand the BPDU. Are you getting my point? Yes or no? On this link
Yes.
you are sending, it is logical, but this is not logical. So generally in real scenario, we are not sending the BPDU here. We are configuring any special thing here on access port to stop the BPDU. Are you understand everyone? Clear na?
Yes.
Yes. What is it called?
Discuss letter. Okay.
Okay.
Phew. Okay. And one more thing in today's class, many students now think like this, but I don't want you guys think like this. Many students think like this. Switch 1 send the BPDU. Switch 2 send the BPDU. Understand? And this BPDU will reach on B and B forward this BPDU towards C. Are you guys thinking like this? No. Please understand, BPDU always exchange between the link, or you can say on the link. On the
Direct
link.
link.
Understand everyone? Array, tell me yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Switch is not going to forward that BPDU letter. It means switch 1 send on this link, switch 1 send the BPDU, switch B send the BPDU. On this link, B send the BPDU, C send the BPDU, A send the BPDU, C send the BPDU. It means election will happen here, separate election will happen here, and separate election will happen here. Are you clear everyone? Understand?
Yes.
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 So it means on all the link, election will happen. Are you clear now? Are you tell me?
Yes, sir.
In this case, also only one root bridge.
Root bridge always be one.
Yes. So then how others can know? Just in case if 4 switches are there.
Sorry, what?
In case of 4 switches are in loop, then how the opposite switch can know who become the root bridge?
Okay. A, B.
In case of 4 switches.
In case of, okay, I will discuss the 4 one also. A send the BPDU, B send the BPDU. Okay, what is the
Yes.
bridge ID? 32768 plus A. Okay, 32768 plus B and 32768 plus C. Everyone, are you guys understand now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what I'm thinking, now today I'm not going to tell you guys the election because now this is a quite long thing. Okay, na?
Mhm.
Because let's suppose right now I'm telling you something, but you guys not understand. Okay. So that's the reason election we will discuss in the next class. In election, in election class, I will tell you the election between the 3 switches and 4 switches. How election will happen. Okay, I will discuss this topology. This is the 3. Okay, I will discuss A, B, C, D. Not D. I will, let's make it more complicated. D and E. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we will discuss the election between here and here. Then I hope, and in these 2 topology, I will explain you root bridge, okay, and what is DP, what is RP, and what is block. Then we will finish the STP. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It will be better, okay, na? So we need one more class in STP. Clear?
Yes,
Bear
sir.
with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.